In today's episode of Bottoms Up, we play our closest title rivals in Tottenham Hotspur, who are second in the league, and then we play Bayern Munich in the first leg of our Champions League quarter-final. Welcome to episode 12 of Bottoms Up. Okay, so since you were last with us, we've only played Reading. It was a 2-1 win away from home with goals from Palau and Saliba, two defenders getting our goals. We were terrible in this game, I've got to say. It was basically, I would have gone with a mostly rotated team, but we had a 2-week international break after this. So I decided to play my first team and keep the minutes going sort of thing. And yeah, they went 1-0 up through this guy here in the 14th minute. They also had a goal disallowed from the same person on the 76th minute. And we were just terrible. The first half of the match, there was not a single highlight for us in that first half. And I absolutely thought that our unbeaten league run was coming to an end. If we go and have a look at the Premier League table, we are 14 points ahead of Tottenham. It should be all sewn up. But like I say, we are 0 defeats in the league this season. We are en route to be invincible. And I really thought that was coming to an end against Reading because we were that bad. If we look at the schedule, we've got Tottenham and Bayern Munich today. We're then going to play Reading. Sorry, I've got Reading on the brain. We're going to then play Liverpool, who are 6th in the league away from home, off camera. And we'll come back for Bayern Munich in the second leg and Manchester City in the FA Cup semi-final. In theory, tomorrow's episode could be the episode that knocks us out of the FA Cup and the Champions League. And I will be hugely disappointed if that is the case. But let's get into the first of today's games. It's another North London derby. I feel like we're playing Tottenham almost as much as we're playing Newcastle round about now. We're getting quite an injury crisis going on at the moment as well. We've got, obviously, Saka's our long-term injury. He's out for a couple of months. Alistair Bruce is now out for up to another 3 weeks. Kayunda's picked up an injury. He's out for 5 more days. And Christopher Calderon is out for up to 3 more days. We do have a pretty decent team to carry on with, though. So the team for today is Restes in goal, Calvo left back, Pataka right back, Escalada and Saliba in defence, Zaya Emery and Silva in the centre of midfield, Van Persie and Mahara out wide with Nwaneri in behind Schmetz. Schmetz has also just come back from an injury himself as well that he had for, I think, about a week-long injury during the international break. So let's get into today's game. And this is a big one, not necessarily in the sense of whether we win the league or not, because I'd like to think we're going to win the league anyway with a 14-point lead with 8 games to play. But it is an opportunity for us to keep our unbeaten league form going, our pursuit for an invincible season. And Tottenham are a real threat to that as well, because being second in the league, they're obviously a very, very decent team. North London derby as well. Pataka puts the ball in towards Van Persie. There's that cross that we love so much. Pataka to Van Persie. We always love to see that. And we've got a 1-0 lead inside the 5th minute of the game. Great start. Wonder what's happening then. Right, the next highlight is with Van Persie now. He receives it from Zaya Emery. Gets a cross into the box towards Mahara, who's hit the wood. Do you know what? I think Kenton Mahara must have the statistic for hitting the woodwork more than any other player. Here's Calvo now. The highlight's still going. Can he get the cross in? He can. It's towards Schmetz. And that's just gone wide, just gone over. We don't add to our lead. It's still 1-0. Crystal Palace in action against Nottingham Forest later on today as well. Man United against Southampton. Man City against Norwich. Liverpool v Chelsea, always a big game, that one. We've not been overly convincing this first half. We've got the goal and we're leading in terms of stats as well, just about. But I'd like to have got a second by now, I can't lie. We do need to look at if we can potentially rest some players in midweek. In the second half, sorry. Calvo, Pataka, I think that was with the shot. Yeah, I want to try and rest some players in the second half ahead of our midweek game against Bayern Munich. It's just 2 days after this, so we will need to make sure we rest our players. Tottenham, though, in the meantime, they're playing a game of keep you up with their heads there. Kulusevski and Udogi seem to be combining quite well. Kulusevski with the corner, puts it into the box. Escalada clears it. The highlight comes back now with a free kick to Tottenham, and that's 1-1. Ashley Phillips' third goal of the season, and Tottenham equalise right on the stroke of half-time. And that's not good. I don't like conceding right on the stroke of half-time. It gives the other team the impetus. We scored very early in the first half. They scored even later in the second half. Like I say, we're getting a lot of shots. We don't seem to be getting a great deal on target. 62 minutes gone. We're going to make a change. I think Zai Emery can come off for Giardini. I might actually put Nwaneri up top and take Schmetz off for Havertz. Need to have a conversation about Kai Havertz as well, because his contract expires this season. He's got a 1-year extension clause in his contract that we could activate. And what I'm thinking is, if we activate it, we'd be activating it with a view to selling him. Right, I think I can't. Don't really want to take Van Persie off. I don't really want to take anybody off, to be honest. But do you know what? I think I might just stick with what we've got. No, we're going to take Pataka off. Cal Doohin can come in. He's also quite useful from corners. Doohin. And Calvo can come off of Parisi. Just freshen up our wing back position. See if we can get some forward momentum from our wing backs. We've still got one more substitution to make. I mean, a 1-1 draw, I have no issue with that. It's not a bad result against a team that's second in the league. And I think what we'll do now is we will take Van Persie off, bring on Borja Pires, and just swap him and Kenta Mahara over. Can we get anything from the last few minutes of this game? It's not looking... I mean, it's been a pretty even game, really. But Tottenham have a corner now. And they scored. Oh, my God. Daniel Delgado has scored for Tottenham. We've lost our invincible. Or invincible. I suppose we are invincible. Oh, no. Not against Tottenham. And Tottenham are coming forward again. Restes... That was actually a really good save because that got a deflection. It's gone out for a corner. There's only 30 seconds more time left to be played. We've lost our unbeaten record. And not only have we lost it, we've lost it against Tottenham. Corner comes in, Restes collects it. There's no time to make another attack. It's game over. And there it is. Well, I'm glad that our first league defeat of the season has happened on camera, because you deserve to see it, I suppose. What it also means is they're now 11 points behind us with 7 games to go. Surely we're not going to bottle the league. I mean, get your comments in the comment section about Arsenal bottling things. But surely we're not about to bottle this. Don't know why I'm showing you the press conference. How long is this press conference? Seriously. Right, what I did want to show you is, if we have a look at the contract situation, for example. And like I say, Kai Havertz is out of contract at the end of the season. We can trigger an extension. He is wanted by a Saudi Arabian club and Barcelona. Whether they're still going to be interested if we trigger his extension, I don't know. He is on £275,000 a week, so I really don't want him here next season. Fabiano Parisi is another one. He's on £200,000 a week. Again, he is wanted by a Saudi Arabian club and Juventus, I think it is. Yeah, Juventus. The idea would be to get him on a new 1 to 2 year contract and then try and offload him in the summer. But I don't know if he's going to want to go if he's just signed a new contract. That's the problem. So again, let me know in the comments, in between the bottle comments, what you think we should do with Havertz and Parisi. In terms of transfers arranged, we've arranged a transfer for Pablo Henrique. Joins the club for £575,000, raising to £1 million. He's a 17-year-old backup goalkeeper. He'll be back up to a backup. He'll be in our under-21s basically. But he's got 1.5 star current potential with 1.5 star current potential with 5-star potential. Let me get that again. He's got 1.5 star current ability with 5-star potential. There you go. We got there in the end. And he could actually turn out to be a really decent goalkeeper. Be interested to see how much his value is worth once he joins us as well. He joins us on the 1st of January 2035, so it won't be in the summer. It'll be once he turns 18, and hopefully he can then become homegrown at the club as well. Right, let's get to the game against Bayern, and I've got to say I'm a lot less confident after that defeat against Tottenham. So there's two changes from the team that lost to Tottenham. We bring in Kai Havertz for Nick Jonas-Smets, move Nwaneri up top. Havertz goes in the attacking midfield role, and Giardini comes in for Thiago Silva. He is a booking away from being suspended, as is William Saliba. So if Giardini or Saliba or even Thiago Silva from the bench get a yellow card in this game, they will miss the second leg against Bayern. Our team is Restes, Calvo, Pataka, Escalado and Saliba, Zaï-Emery and Giardini, Van Persie and Mahara out wide with Havertz in behind Nwaneri. This is the away leg, so the idea here is we keep ourselves in the tie so we can win it in the home leg. Obviously, we'd love to win the away leg, but I'd be quite happy with a draw. If we do lose, then we don't want to lose by more than one goal. Absolutely don't. Barcelona and Real Madrid also playing tonight. If we do get past Bayern Munich, of course, we will be playing the winner of that game in the semi-final. Mahara puts the ball in. Oh, it's gone in. Saliba. Oh, the referee's got his finger in his ear hole. How can that be disallowed for offside when the ball was crossed from the byline? There's no way that can be disallowed for offside, ref. There you go. It's goal awarded. I don't even know why that would have been flagged as a potential offside. When Mahara puts the ball in, the ball went out here. The defender then crossed it in from the byline for Saliba to tap in. So there's no way that could have been disallowed for offside. But we're coming up to the half an hour mark. We've got no yellow cards so far, touch wood. We're 1-0 up. Bayern have the highlight. Is that Jurrien Timber playing for Bayern Munich, former Arsenal player? Here's Musiala, who's still in the game as well. I saw Garnacho is playing for Real Madrid. De Ligt still in, 11 years into the future. They must have a reasonably old team, Bayern Munich, to still have players like Timber and De Ligt and Musiala, and I know they're all pretty young in real life at the moment, but 11 years in the future, they must be well into their 30s now. Bayern Munich still have the ball on this highlight. It's a bit worrying, and the highlight then comes to an end. We're not going to click on any of them players, by the way, because if we click on them, then you know what happens. But Matthias Tell, I mean, he must be around 30 now, so I think he's about 18, 19 in real life. So Bayern Munich now with the next highlight. They have the throw in. Are they going to get an equaliser on the stroke of half time? It looks like it, and they are. And again, it's the same as what happened against Tottenham. We've conceded right on the stroke of half time. We've got to stop doing this. We can't have this becoming the norm. It's 1-1 at half time. If it finishes 1-1, I'm happy. I'll take it. But we've got to stop giving away leads like that. And our attacking players are just looking no threat at all in the last two games. And that is a real concern. Because you can understand them having an off game. And I thought the game against Reading was going to be the off game that they had. But it's not proven to be the case. We've carried this poor form on. Giardini is going to come off for Thiago Silva. And I think we bring on... Oh, he's not here. He's injured. Alistair Bruce. Do we bring on Schmetz? I mean, Van Persie's actually... Mahara, I'm taking Mahara off. I'm going to bring on Calderon, I think. Give him a chance, see what he can do. It's not often I take Kenta Mahara off. I don't like taking him off. He's my golden boy. But at the same time, we are doing nothing. From an attacking perspective, we are pretty much invisible. Like Schmetz can come on. I won't swap him and Nwaneri over. Escalada's been disappointed for the second game in a row. He was poor against Tottenham. It's not that he's been poor. It's just he's not been particularly good. 6.5 is meh. It's okay. It's average. But at the moment, let's not concede a goal right at the end of the second half. Right, Zaï-Emery with the corner puts the ball in. Oh, we scored. Nick Jonas-Smets, substitute, scores his 19th goal of the season. We are 2-1 up against Bayern Munich, and we are definitely going to drop to balanced. We don't want to concede right before the end of this game. Don't do it to me, Football Manager. There's only 3 minutes of time to be added on. And that is a huge game. And I'll tell you what, if we've got to choose between winning Premier League games and winning Champions League games, we have to win these Champions League games. What a win against Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena. Barcelona have beaten Real Madrid with Haaland scoring right on the stroke of half-time in that game. So the way it stands at the moment, we're playing Barcelona in the semi-final, but Real Madrid, they've done exactly what we said we needed to do. If we lost, only lose by 1 goal, and that's what they've done. So they can definitely still turn that around. Oh, and now Ranieri's out. Oh dear, this injury crisis is getting worse. So he's out for 4 to 5 weeks, along with everyone else we've got out injured. So we'll do the Liverpool game off camera, and we'll come back tomorrow for Bayern Munich in the second leg and Manchester City in the FA Cup semi-final. It's still on. The clean sweep is still on. But our form needs to improve because we are impotent in attack at the moment. I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.